All right, first thing that I'm going to cover is something that maybe most of you are already fairly aware of, which is Emerald rank. So we're going to talk about all the ranks, and we're going to talk about even one that I don't really talk about very much, which is Ruby. So first thing that I want to cover is what is an Emerald coach, and a lot of you I know are already at that point, but an Emerald coach is just going to be you at the top. And, you know, Beachbody is a bilateral structure. So there's two legs. There's a right leg, a left leg. There's a weak leg and a strong leg. And every single coach has a different leg that's considered weak or they're strong. It just all depends on where you're placed, and we'll go over that too. So you're going to have one coach on that left leg and one coach on that right leg. And when I say having a coach, I mean a coach that is active. And when I say active, I mean they have to have at least 50 personal volume points to be considered active, either bought or sold. So if somebody is signing up with a challenge pack, they are automatically set to being active because, for example, I know like a $140 challenge pack is 105 volume points. So you exceed even that 50, that requirement of 50 that you need. So, also, in order to be active, I know we talk about signing up your spouse first, and this is crucial. And not just your spouse, but even a family member, a mom, a dad, a sister, a sibling, somebody close to you, you want to be at the very top of that business because either you're going to utilize their account to create almost like a second business for yourself, or you're going to be able to help them create a substantial amount of income if they join your organization at the very top. So when you do sign up a spouse, a lot of times people will sign their spouse up with a challenge pack because that saves them from signing up with that $39.95 fee. That fee is waived. Now, not always do you have to do that. You can also sign them up, pay the fee, but then they're going to be inactive and they're not really going to help you as far as advancing your rank. So I also have people that always ask, okay, what if I don't want to buy Shakeology on their account after that? Then what am I supposed to do? Well, with your spouse, you can do a couple of things. You can keep them active by buying your challenge group prizes, which Chris, he drinks and does Shakeology.
I'm here, by the way. I'm just...
Yeah. So I don't need to do anything under his account, but before, what I would do before, and I'm getting ready to go into how I sign my stepdad up, but before I sign my stepdad up, I would place all of my orders for programs, challenge group prizes, E&E when we were getting that, now we get Energize, anything else that we needed, I would never purchase that under my account. I would purchase that under Chris's account because that ended up accumulating to go towards the volume that ended up helping with team cycle bonus. So anytime you have something that you need to personally purchase through yourself, you never purchase it through your own account, you purchase it through your spouse's account, or if you are using a family member's account, like my coach Brooke actually utilizes her mom and dad's accounts as separate business centers, and she runs their accounts and creates an income and generates an income off of I know her mom's account is the one that she mainly works with. Her dad kind of does his on his own. So you can also keep them active by purchasing things that you personally need or for your challenge groups. And then if anybody needs to purchase a fitness program only, they don't want to get a challenge pack, you will always place those orders under your spouse's account. Because again, it's not going to help you as far as points, but it is going to help you kind of double dip. You're still going to earn the commission off of it because your spouse's account is your account, or if you're running your mom and dad's account. And then you're also going to help generate volume points that will trickle back up to team cycle bonus. So you double dip, in other words, whenever you have your spouse signed up there at the top. Trying to think another point that I was wanting to make. I can't remember. Oh, okay. So everybody's goal is always to hit Success Club 5. And Success Club 5 is basically your your non-negotiable every month. This is what you want to hit. You want to be able to help 3 people a month to continue growing your business as a coach, but also to be putting yourself out there and knowing that as a coach, you are actively doing your part to be reaching out and helping somebody else. So I always tell everybody, Success Club 5, helping those 3 people get started with challenge packs, join our challenge groups, and offering them your support is kind of your minimum goal. Now, you are also rewarded whenever you hit Success Club 5, and you are an Emerald coach, and you have 90 personal volume points already under your account, which means that usually most of us are purchasing Shakeology each month on Home Direct, so that's our 90. And then if you also have the club membership, those things are what's going to earn you free customer leads, where Beachbody gives you free customers. Anybody who may get online and sign up for a free account, or they sign up with an infomercial when they buy a fitness program, they are assigned to you. Now, Success Club 10 is my favorite type of leads that we get. It's called Success Club Leads. And Success Club Leads are awesome because you never know what you're going to get. Success Club Leads are whenever somebody purchases Shakeology, but they don't have a coach, they are then assigned to you. And so when you get a Success Club lead, you don't get any Success Club points for it for their first purchase, but you get the volume and you get the commission off of it. So I was just telling a coach, Kristen, the other day that I had somebody buy 3 bags of Shakeology, which those 3 bags of Shakeology paid for my Shakeology for that entire month off of that one person that Beachbody gave me. And so very frequently, they give me these customers every time that I hit Success Club 10, and I have the other requirements, which is 90 PV on Home Direct, which is my Shakeology, being an Emerald coach or above, having the club membership. So often I tell coaches, it's not a requirement to have the club membership if you're not using it. Obviously, most of us don't want to have it if you're not using it. I personally was using it a lot for the on-demand purpose of it. But when I first got the club membership, they didn't have on-demand, and I didn't use club membership at all. I would use it sometimes to find recipes because they do have a lot of great recipes on there. But there for a while, I wasn't using it, but I had to have it as one of the requirements to get those free leads. So a lot of times what coaches do with their spouse is once they hit Success Club 5 or Success Club 10, depending on what you're striving for, they will put all of their challenge pack sales through their spouse's account. Because again, you're going to be double dipping. You're going to be generating not only commission off the purchase, but you're also going to be creating volume to help you earn team cycle bonus. So there's a couple of options with what you can do with your spouse, and later on in this call, I'm going to go into how you can even generate more income off your spouse. But starting as an Emerald, that's where you'll probably see it the most, okay? So a lot of times I have coaches sign up and they say, well, I've signed up my spouse, and now on my other leg, which is considered their strong leg, there's all these people I see in my organization, so I guess I'm considered Emerald. That's wrong. It has to be 2 coaches that you personally sign up. So one on your weak leg and then one on that strong leg. And a lot of times coaches say, well, what about these people that are under my organization on my strong leg? Am I supposed to be reaching out to them? And what am I supposed to do with them? And who are they? Well, what you guys are is, for example, let's see if that'll show up on the board. If I am up here, or Chris, or whoever signed you up, you are an extension of their leg. So they signed you up and they put you on that right leg. And then say you signed up somebody and you put them on your right leg. Well, anytime myself or any coach that is above you, and this is, my coach Brooke is up there, Chris is up there, multiple coaches that have signed up before you are extended all the way up there. And anytime they sign somebody up, it trickles back down. And so they continue to keep signing people up, and it keeps going down and down and down. Okay? on your strong leg. So it's really nice whenever your strong leg, when you sign up or you join a team like ours where we're actively business builders, we're actively doing this, we don't stop, we're continuously helping to find other leaders that do things just like us and having them join the team. So that's why you guys constantly see new people on your organization. It was really neat when I first got started. I would see on my left-hand side, what does it say? It says how many coaches you have in your downline, I think, downline coaches, and the number, like each day or each week would continue to go
Total
up.
downline.
And even though I wasn't signing anybody up, I would see more coaches and more coaches added because people above me were adding on coaches on my strong leg. So the neat thing about that is you're creating and generating all this volume already on your strong leg from coaches that you didn't sign up, but other people did, but they're in underneath of your organization. Now, if your weak leg, where your spouse is, if you're not doing your part to continue building that weak leg, then you don't see a lot of team cycle bonus generate because there has to be a balance, a ratio of 100 volume points to 200 volume points equals one cycle. So if you are an Emerald coach, one cycle is $14. If you're a Ruby coach, one cycle is $16. And if you're a Diamond coach, one cycle is $18. You can cycle up to 40 times a day, meaning that ratio can come up to 40 times a day, that 100 to 200, 100 to 200. So for example, if you had 1,000 on one leg and 500 on the other leg, you're going to cycle 5 times because that's what that ratio balances out to, that 200 to 100. I know that part can be kind of confusing, and really, guys, Chris and I did not understand this until it started happening. But I just wanted to make sure that I explained what the strong leg was and why you were seeing coaches there. But it doesn't go towards helping you with your rank. Your rank is everything that you contribute to the organization and the people that you sign up. Hey, where's the eraser board? Sorry, I'm going to erase this. There was an eraser somewhere. You said it, didn't you? Okay. Let me erase this. So everybody pretty much got what Emerald is. Signing up 2 coaches, 1 on each side. They have to have at least 50 personal volume points to be considered an active coach. Okay. So the next thing that we hear a lot, or not very much at all about, is Ruby. And the reason, and Chris and I, when we first signed up, we're like, why does anybody ever talk about Ruby? And Ruby is actually very rare. You don't see very many coaches hit Ruby because what Ruby indicates is that you have yourself and then your 2 coaches, and then you sign up another coach. So you have to have balance. It's 4 coaches, but it's 2 on each side. And then you have one of these coaches turn Emerald, which means that they have signed up 2 coaches. And that has to also occur on each side. So you couldn't have both of these being Emerald. It wouldn't rank advance. It has to happen as a balance. It has to happen on that right leg and left leg. And again, these are your personally sponsored coaches, not the people that were signed up on your strong leg. So this is what a Ruby coach is. It's 4 active coaches, 2 on each side, and an Emerald on each side. So why we don't typically see this is because sometimes the hardest part about becoming Diamond or rank advancing is finding those people that are business builders and that actively want to do this with you. So a lot of times we, sign up discount coaches that are a little slow going, or they may never turn into an active coach. And you end up signing up multiple coaches before you end up getting those Emeralds. And this is what happened to me. I actually signed up about 10 coaches in my organization, and to be Diamond, you actually only need 8 active coaches. But I was continuing to sign up coaches because I didn't have my Emeralds yet. So a lot of times you don't hear about Ruby because it's very rare that you're going to have 2 emeralds and 4 coaches. Most likely you're going to have multiple coaches set up and no emeralds yet, or your emeralds will happen last. Okay, so all right, now let's go over diamond really quick. All right, so to be diamond, you have to have 4 coaches signed up on each leg. Oh, I'm missing a coach over here. Okay, so 4 coaches signed up on each leg, and then you have to have an emerald on each side. So again, I'll make it at the top, but it can be any coach that turns emerald. And that means that they sign up 2 coaches. All right, so then we got, all right, now say you had 2 emeralds show up here on this side, but not on this side. You got your 2 emeralds, but they're on the same leg. So that still won't help you rank advance. So this is where strategy comes into play, and where we're going to talk about how to sign up your coaches, and how to try and do this as strategically as you can. And when you sign up coaches, you just never know what you're going to get. You never know who's going to be that business builder, who's going to want to run with it, who's going to be more than just a discount coach. Can you explain to see why this weak leg versus strong leg to new coaches? Oh, sorry, Tiffany, I just got your message. I seen you said, can you explain how to see what is your weak leg versus your strong leg to new coaches? Really, at first, when you first sign up, you have to ask your sponsoring coach. There's no way that they'll really know, because even when they have a strong leg, they may not have anybody under them just yet. So they have no clue. So you have to ask your sponsoring coach. And if you're the sponsoring coach, whatever leg you signed up that coach on is considered their strong leg. Does that make sense? So if I signed up Chris on my right leg, Chris's strong leg is then going to be his right leg. Okay, so let's go into how to sign up your coaches. All right, so I'm going to use my own organization for help, to help me go over this. So this is my left, this is my right. Okay, so here at the top, I obviously have Chris. Here on my other side, I have my friend Jessica. And I was an Emerald coach, okay? So when I started doing this, what I did was this right leg is actually my strong leg, okay? My left leg is my weak leg. So I thought, I'm starting to already get coaches on my strong leg. I want to build up my weak leg so I can start to see cycle bonus to start happening, because I have all this volume built up, and when you become an Emerald coach, you actually take that volume from your strong leg. If you can't cash it out each week to earn team cycle bonus, you put it into what's called carryover volume, or what I like to call your savings account in your bank, until you actually start to contribute volume on that opposite leg. Then you start to cash it out. So the neat thing is that you don't lose that volume. Now, if you become inactive, then that volume gets totally flushed out. You lose everything, which can really stink, because for some coaches, they may have a huge amount of volume over there on that strong leg that they've been rolling over each week that they've just lost. So it's kind of like throwing money out the door.
And again, it's kind of one of those things that needs to happen, before you get it. But, when it does, it really starts to click. And it happened, quite big for me a couple months ago. I cashed in all that volume.
Yeah. Because Chris, as my spouse, like I was pretty balanced. I was cashing out my team cycle bonus because when I started to build my weak leg, it started building up quickly because I sat with no coaches forever, like for 4 months, and I wasn't seeing any team cycle bonus, but I was developing carryover. But then when I started to actually actively work the business, my organization on my weak leg, it's in your weak leg and strong leg can actually change. Even though I call this my weak leg all actually contributes more volume than what my strong leg does now. So technically my weak leg is now my strong leg, in other words. That part's kind of confusing. But okay, so signing up coaches. So what I thought is I want to sign up all my 4 coaches I need. I'm going to go ahead and start signing them up on my weak leg so that way I can start to see the team cycle bonus happen a lot quicker. So I went ahead and signed up my next 4 coaches underneath Chris's account. And then once I got to that point, I went ahead and started signing them up underneath of my right leg on the side where I had Jessica. Okay. Now here's one thing that I want you to think about when you're signing up coaches. Now I told you earlier, in order to be diamond, you have to have an emerald on each side. So if you have 2 emeralds on that weak leg and none on your strong leg, you're not diamond. So when you're strategically signing up coaches, you got to think, okay, who do I see as being a potential coach that wants to actively do this with me and really, maybe grow a business with it, or you see really getting into it. You want to disperse them equally between your right and your left side. Because even down the road, you don't want that weak leg to have all of your business builders on it. Because what will happen is it'll be very difficult to rank advance because you may have 4 diamond coaches that occur on that weak leg and none on your left. That still makes you only a 1-star diamond coach because they want to see you have balance. So they won't rank advance you until you have that balance. So for example, I have 2 diamond coaches on my weak leg and 1 on my strong. Well, 1 on my strong had fell out of diamond, and you would think that would still make me 2 stars. It didn't. It brought me down to 1 star because, again, Beachbody wanted me to have balance. They didn't see that diamond on the opposite side. Even though I had 2 on my weak leg, they said I was only a 1-star diamond coach at that point. So it's really important when you're signing up coaches, first of all, for diamond, is that you want to have an emerald on each side. So you got to think your spouse, which I utilize Chris to create not only income, but also to help me advance my rank. So when I knew that my strong leg was getting close to hitting emerald, and they had signed up their spouse and they were getting ready to sign up somebody else, I thought I could be diamond if I could just get Chris to emerald. So Chris had already signed up a family member, and I ended up a coach that I had that I thought would only be a discount coach, and I didn't think that she was really going to actively work the business. I signed that person up underneath of Chris's account. So by doing that, I then made him emerald. Now you don't want to do that until you need that to happen. So you want to build your own organization up and make yourself strong first. I had not just 8 coaches, but I had 10 active coaches. So I felt like I was a strong enough organization to go ahead and give him a coach in order to make him emerald, because my friend on the other side was getting ready to turn emerald, and that was going to make me diamond. So when you're thinking about strategy, when you're signing up your coaches, I want you to just remember to equally balance your business builders on both sides. Okay. Okay. And I promise I'm trying to leave room to answer questions, but I want to make sure I get through all of this. All right, the next thing I was going to talk about is, this is something I didn't learn until 8 months into coaching. but we're going to go ahead and go over it right now because it's important to know why it's so crucial to have either a family member close to you or a spouse signed up. And for me, I have Chris signed up on my first business center. And what some of you may not know is Beachbody has allowed me to open up a second business center. And I have my stepdad at the very top of my second business center. So how that happens, let's go over that really quick. So once I have became Diamond, and I have a Diamond coach on each side. So we'll say the Diamond stands, red stands for Diamond. And of course, you know, to be Diamond, they have to have this exact same structure where they have 8 coaches, 4 on each side, and an emerald on each side. So these 2 coaches became Diamond. And so once you become a 2-star Diamond coach, you have a qualifying period each time you have a Diamond, a coach on your team that you personally sponsored turn Diamond. They have to hold that position for 6 weeks. And for and if they drop out of it, say they drop out of it week 4, but they get right back in it the next week, you're out of qualifying and you have to start over 6 weeks all over again. So it's really important once you have a Diamond coach turn Diamond that you really keep an eye on it and you really help them hold their rank, because that means that if they don't make it through that 6-week qualifying, you're starting over and over and over, and that process could just go on forever. But once they have turned Diamond within that 6-week qualifying period, they are considered a lifetime Diamond. So if they fall out of it, say in week 7, they fall out of that Diamond status, and then in week 8, they get right back to Diamond again, well, you're automatically a 1-star Diamond again. It's just within that qualifying period that you have to like continuously start over that 6 weeks. Now, once they're past that 6 weeks, you're good. They can go in and out of Diamond as many times as they want. It's just going to show that your rank goes up and down. But once they become Diamond, you're ranked back up to a star Diamond again, 1-star, 2-star, whatever it may be. So once you have met that 6-week qualifying period and you have 2 diamonds, 1 on each leg, Beachbody then says, okay, Danielle, we're going to let you open up a second business center in your own organization, and you can place it anywhere you want to place it. You're going to basically open up a second you. And you may think, well, why would you want to do that? You already have your first business, and you know, why would you want to do a second? Well, when you create a second business, now anything that I sell, I put through my second business. And so any kind of volume that my account gets from my second business center trickles back up to help me with team cycle bonus. So not only does it help me, number one, but it also now helps Chris, because what I've done with my second business center is I have put it onto Chris's weak leg. And this is the same thing that Brooke, my coach, did with her mom, is she put her second business on her mom's weak leg. So often people are like, okay, you know, that's great. Chris works the business. You know, why would I sign up my mom or my husband who doesn't want to do anything at all with this business? Well, if they already have a strong leg being built for them, so if you signed up your spouse already has a strong leg. Your spouse is at the very top, and he has that strong leg where everybody that you've signed up from here on out and the people above them are continually going down and helping contribute volume on your spouse's weak leg. Well, the thing that stinks is his strong leg. I think I said that wrong. The thing that kind of stinks at first is that weak leg has nothing. So you don't see a lot of income happening on your spouse's account. And the same with Chris. He didn't really grow a team at first. You know, he had those 2 coaches for a while, but he didn't have any other coaches there for a long time. So we didn't see a lot of income occurring on his account. Well, once I signed up my second business center, I put it on his weak leg. So now anything that I am growing from that, which on my second business center is already to diamond. So I'm already a diamond coach on my second business center. And I got there within like 2 months. So now I have a team of coaches on my second business center that are all doing what everybody on my first business center is doing and doing what I'm doing. And I'm also putting through all of my orders that anybody orders a challenge pack from me now goes on my second business center. So not only am I now generating volume for me, number one, and for Chris, but I'm generating volume on his weak leg. And there for a long time on his strong leg, he had all this volume that wasn't being cashed out because he didn't see that balance occur on his weak leg. But once I got my second business center going and the team really started growing from there on his weak leg, that's when he started to cash out his team cycle bonus and earning a really nice income each month just solely from the team and what we're doing. So one last thing that I was going to cover is, and again, when you sign up your spouse or you sign up your parent, you don't see this happening at first. And so you almost kind of think to yourself, well, you know, why do I have them signed up? And I don't really understand it. Like I said, I didn't even know I could have a second business center until I was 8 months into coaching, and Brooke was getting ready to open up hers, and she was explaining it to me. So then I seen the importance of, really developing other leaders on your team. Not only, it's going to create financial success for them, which is amazing because you want to see what happens to you happen to them, but it's also going to help grow yourself. Now, once my second business center, who is now Diamond, once it gets 2 stars, Beachbody will say, okay, Danielle, we're going to let you open up a third business center. You can place it anywhere in your organization where you want to place it. That will keep occurring up to, 25 times? 25 times. They'll let you open up 25 different business centers. So each time your new business becomes 2 stars, Beachbody says, okay, we're going to let you open up another business center. And you can place it anywhere in your organization again. So that's pretty huge. That has really been a huge advantage to us as far as financial growth between all 3 of our accounts, my first business, my second business, and his business too. And then, of course, Beachbody also offers you quarterly bonuses. So when you do become 2 stars, every quarter they give you a bonus, which is a percentage of
2% of their yearly earnings.
So if you're 2 stars, you get a quarterly bonus. It's usually around $1,000. If you're 5 stars, you get a quarterly bonus. It's anywhere between typically $2,500 to $4,000. But here's the cool thing. I'm sorry, did I say that wrong? If you're 5 stars, yeah. But if you're 5 stars, you not only get your 5-star bonus, but you get your 2-star bonus. If you're 10 star, you usually get about a $10,000 quarterly bonus. Not only do you get that bonus, but you also get your 5-star bonus and your 1-star bonus. If you're 15 stars, you get 25,000?
Yeah.
I think it's about a $25,000 bonus. So, and then again, you get all the other bonuses too. So collectively, if you're just looking at quarterly bonuses and your organization turned into a 15-star diamond organization, you're looking at an income of $50,000 every quarter just from bonuses alone. So I thought that was something neat. And don't ever feel like, I know we're all kind of beginning, so that seems so far away, but it's really not. Once you get going and you kind of get a routine going and you know what to do with your team and how to train them and how to develop leaders out of them, then it just kind of starts to happen. Okay, I think that's all I have. If you guys want to all unmute your mic so you can ask more questions. Does anybody have any questions? No? Shauna, do you have a question?
I don't have a question.
Go for it.
What?
she thinks that.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, so she thinks that we were supposed to build our left leg first, but she's supposed to build her right leg first because I'm on her left leg, which is her weak leg. Which one is correct?
No, this is assuming I get another coach to make Emerald. Then don't you go back to the left leg and put your next coaches on that side before you go back to the right?
So once you have got a coach on the opposite side of Paul and you became Emerald, because you have to do that first rank advancement, then what I would do is build my weak leg. But again, if you have a business builder, because you can use Paul's account to become Emerald, just like I did with Chris, you want to make sure you have a business builder on that opposite leg, because no matter what, you're gonna have Paul's account, which you can make Emerald at any time. But if you don't have anybody on that opposite side that is a business builder or that you think is gonna, want to actively coach, you don't want to put them all on your weak leg. You want to kind of balance that part out of, if that makes sense.
It absolutely does. But realistically, if you're looking at non-business builders, like where you are, coming. If you're meeting people that really aren't interested in the business, but they're willing to potentially be coaches for the discount, I mean, are you still just bouncing them back and forth? And then when you get that one person, then that person goes? Because, that's what I'm seeing more of. I'm not even Emerald yet, but I'm just foreseeing that's what is happening more than business builders, obviously.
It's kind of a gamble because you don't know what you're signing up. I've had people say that, like I had one person I signed up said, oh, I'm only going to do it for discount. I'm really busy right now. And I'm really not going to actively coach till January. Well, she's already actively coaching and doing really well, even though she said she wasn't going to do it until January. So you just never know. You may sign up a discount coach, but they may start seeing results and talking about it more and seeing that people are showing interest, and then all of a sudden they're interested in really coaching. So it's kind of a roll of the dice. You just don't know what you're going to get.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Anybody else have a question?
I have a question.
Okay.
Okay, did you say to purchase the challenge pack through your spouses or through the other account?
Your challenge pack, I would make all challenge pack purchases through you, because you have to hit Success Club 5 or 10. My goal is to always hit Success Club 10. Now, if you hit Success Club 10, then at that point you can start putting it through your spouse's account if you wanted to do that.
Okay.
I'm kind of a points queen, and I never did that because I wanted to keep all my points. But a lot of coaches do that because it helps with income. It will help contribute to income because you can double dip.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Any other questions? I think it says we have less than a minute. No? All right. I didn't confuse everybody too much tonight. I know this stuff is kind of deep, and it's really something that you learn as you go. And your sponsoring coach and myself, your upline coach, we can all help you along the way when it comes to signing up coaches. So don't stress out about it.